Hi everyone, it's Sarah Lynn from Craft Direct. I think the best way this Valentine's Day to show someone you love them and care about them is by making them their very own handmade Valentine. Watch this video and I'm going to show you step by step how to assemble this cute card using some of my favorite Lawn Fawn Valentine products. We're going to start by taking a piece of Basil Craft cardstock and cutting it down to size 5 1/4 by 4 inches. That way it'll fit perfect on the front of your card base. Next, we're going to take the Conversation Hearts Layering Stencils by Lawn Fawn, and I sprayed the back of the heart stencil with pixie spray and let it sit for 60 seconds. As you can see, it makes the back just slightly tacky, so it stays in place as you're applying your ink. Make sure to press your stencil firmly onto the cardstock piece. For this card, I used 3 different colors of Distress Oxide inks, worn lipstick, spun sugar, and tumbled glass. I'm going to use the blender brushes to apply the ink to the front of my card over the stencil. I started with spun sugar in the middle as it's the lightest. Keep applying more ink until you get the color that you desire. Next, move on to the next color, worn lipstick. Keep applying more ink and blending it to the spun sugar in the middle until you get the look that you like. Lastly, apply tumbled glass to the top of the cardstock piece. Once you are finished applying your ink, gently peel off the heart stencil. You are left with a beautifully blended heart background. Next, take the second stencil and line it up on the front of your card. I also used pixie spray to help keep it in place. You have to line it up just right so the words fall into the center of your hearts. I'm using another blending brush to apply white ink over the words of the stencil. Remove your stencil to reveal your finished background. Next, I took a scrap of Basil Craft cardstock and am applying worn lipstick Distress Oxide onto it. I'm going to cut a heart out of the craft cardstock using this heart charm from the Tiny Tag set by Lawn Fawn and my die cut machine. Next, I'm going to take the Scripty Mine die cut by Lawn Fawn and run it through my die cut machine, cutting it out of craft cardstock. I'm going to cut out the word mine one more time out of a white foamy sheet. Now I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue to adhere my craft word onto my white foamy word. I like that the foam gives a little bit of dimension to the card front. I'm going to use a scissors to trim off the tag part on the top of this heart, so I'm just left with a solid heart for my card front. Next, I'm using my white Uniball gel pen to write the word B towards the left side of my card. And I'm finally in the assembly stages of my card. I'm folding my white card base in half at the score line and using a double-sided tape to adhere my heart background to the front. I'm using my tape runner to adhere my cardstock heart to the front of my card. I'm applying liquid glue to the back of the mine word so I can adhere that to the front of my card, slightly overlapping the cardstock heart we already placed on the front. Now I'm adding a few finishing touches to my card front. I'm placing small dots of liquid glue onto my card and using a tweezer to pick up the sequins and place them on the glue. And ta-da! You're all done. All that's left now is to send this beautiful handmade card to someone you love. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. You can find all the products I used today in store or online at cardstock.com.